Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a hard level Sudoku from New York Times. Let's get started. If you observe column 2, A2 is blocked by 5 here. Similarly, you have 5 here in D row which blocks D2. You have a 5 here in G row which blocks D2. This row has 5 in it because you have this 5 blocking here and this 5 blocking here. So 5 goes in one of these cells here in I7 or I9. So I2 is also blocked by 5. That shows only E2 can hold 5. Now there is a 6 and 8 in I row which blocks these two cells of second column. So in second column there are only 2 other empty cells left which will take 6 or 8. Now there is a 6 in D row which blocks here. So D2 8 takes 8 and A2 takes 6. Now the remaining numbers are 1 and 4. There is a 4 here in G row. So G2 takes 1 and I2 takes 4. Now we have 3, 4 and 6 blocking these 3 cells. So in this fourth block you have 3, 4, 6 taking these 3 cells. So the 3, 4, 6 triplet go in these 3 cells. So you have a 6 here in D row. So D3 takes 3, 4. There is a 4 here in F row. So F3 takes 3, 6 and E3 takes 3, 4 and 6. Now remaining numbers are 1, 2 and 9. There is a 2 in D row and 2 in E row. So 2 goes here in F1. There is a 1 here in E row. So 9 goes here in E1 and D1 takes 1. Now the missing numbers in column 1 are 5, 8 and 7. There is a 5 blocking here. So A1 takes 7, 8, 5, 7, 8 can go here and there is an 8 here, so 5, 7 goes here. In D row, 9 blocks, so this 9 blocks this cell, so D9 takes 9 and 3, 4 pair goes in D4. You have a 5 and 1 blocking these 2 cells, so that leaves with these two cells taking 5 or 1. There is a 5 here and a 1 here, so 1 goes in F8 and 5 goes in F7. Now that leaves with only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 3, 8. So they take E7 and E9 take 3, 8 pair. Now that cancels out the 3 here. There is a 4 in G row and a 4 in I row which blocks these 2 rows. So 4 goes in H8. You have 5 here which blocks this cell and you have a 5 in column 8 and a 5 in column 7 which blocks these 2 columns. So 5 goes in I9. There is a 6 which blocks these 2 cells and there is a 6 in I row which blocks these 2 cells. So 6 goes here in G4. There is a 9 in B row and a 9 in 0 which blocks these 2 rows. There is a 9 here in column 9 which blocks these 3 cells. So 9 goes in A7. Now there is a 6 4 here which blocks these 2 cells in column 7. So 6 4 has to go here. There is a 4 in B row which blocks here. So B7 takes 6 and C7 takes 4. Now the missing numbers are 2, 3 and 8. There is a 3 in 0 which blocks here. So G7 takes 2 or 8. There is a 8 here in I row. So I7 may take 2 or 3. But you can see there is a 2 here which blocks these 2 cells. So 2 has to be in one of these 2 cells. So these 2 blocks here, and I7 takes only 3. So this 3 cancels out here. So E7 takes 8 and G7 takes 2. There is 5 in column 5 and 5 in column 6 which blocks these 2 columns. There is 5 in row A, so which blocks here. So B4 takes 5. Now this 8 cancels out the 8 here, so E9 becomes 3. This 3 blocks these 3 cells, and there is a 3 in 0 which blocks these 2 cells here. So B8 takes 3. There is a 1 and 2 which blocks these 2 cells, and there is a 1 and 2 in H row which blocks this cell. So that leaves with I4 and A4 taking 1 2 pair. Now you have 8 here in E row which blocks this cell, and there is 8 here which blocks this cell. So F4 is the only cell where 8 can be. Now the other 3 cells here you can see 4, 7 can go here. Three, 7 can go here. So H4, E4 and D4 act as 3, 4, 7 triplet. In block 1 there is a 3, 4 pair which blocks this cell. In block 3 there is a 3, 4 pair which blocks this cell. So in A row these are the only 2 cells where we can have 3 and 4. In 5th column there is a 4 blocking here. So A5 takes 3 and A6 takes 4. In 3rd column the missing numbers are 1, 2, 5, 7 and 9. This 9 blocks these 3 cells. So 9 actually goes in one of these 2 cells. Now 1, 2, 5, 7 has the possibility of going in these 3 cells. Let us fill the possible numbers in this cell. Now A3 can take, you have a 5 blocking here, so it can take 1 or 2 or 7. Similarly B3 can take 1 or 2 or 7 because you have a 5 blocking here. C3 can take 1 or 2 or 5 or 7. Now observing these 3 cells, since 1, 2 is repeating here in A1, A3 and B3, we can eliminate 1, 2 from here. Now if you observe this 5, 7, 7, 8 and 5, 7, 8, it is a triplet. That means we can eliminate the 7 from A3 and A3. In A row there is only one empty cell, and we know that 7, 8 goes here. In this block the missing numbers are 1, 2, 7 and 8. There is a 1 and 2 blocking here. So C8 takes 7, 8 and rest of the 2 cells take 1, 2. Now if you observe this C row, you have a 7, 8, 5, 5 7 and 5 7 8 triplet. That means 8 is blocking this row. We have 8 in 6th column which blocks these two cells, so 8 goes in B5. Now the only number missing in B row is 7. Now in this block, in the second block, the missing numbers are 1 2 and 6. There is a 2 blocking here, so C6 takes 1 6, and there is a 1 blocking here, so C5 takes 2 6. We can observe this 1 2 1 6 2 6 triplet. This is actually a 1 2 6 triplet. In E row, there are 3 missing numbers, 4 6 and 7. In column 6 you have 4 and 7 blocking, so E6 takes 6. That cancels out the 6 here, so E3 becomes 4, E4 becomes 7, D3 becomes 3, D2 becomes 4. Now in this block, the missing numbers are 3 and 9. You have a 3 in column 5 here. So F5 takes 9 and F6 takes 3. Now since we have cracked this block, it is very easy to crack most of the pairs here. Let's see. C6 becomes 1. So this becomes 2. It is 1. This is 2. This is 1. This is 2. This is 2 1. Here it is 6. This is 6. This is 3. Okay, now almost possible pairs are cracked now. This 9 in F row blocks these two cells here, so I6 takes 9. 9 blocks this cell here, so 9 should be in one of these cells. There is a 9 here which blocks here, so a G8 takes 9. Now there are 2 missing numbers in this block. Numbers are 7 and 8. There is an 8 in I row which is blocking here, so I8 takes 7 and G9 takes 8. Now the only missing number in this I row is 2. The only missing number here in G row is 7. So the 7 cancels out the 7 here. This becomes 5. In this block the only missing number is 9, and in H row the missing number is 7. So we have to just crack few pairs to solve this puzzle. Let us just quickly do it. So A9 becomes 7, this becomes 8, A1 becomes 8, this becomes 7, and here C3 takes 5, and the puzzle is solved. Hello friends, today I found the puzzle a little harder relatively compared to yesterday. So how did you find the puzzle? Was it easy, interesting, harder? Please share your experience in the comment box. Thank you very much.